Hello everyone, Benji-Sales here, and welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be giving you my impressions on the Gears 5 tech test, which just started this weekend and is giving the majority of us, our first time to get hands-on with Gears 5. Now, just to be transparent, so you know how much I played of this before I give you my impressions, I got to character level 6, and then I maxed out the Private 1 rank, I think is what they're calling it, which is, what you need to do to unlock all the unlocks for Gears 5. So I've already unlocked all of those, and I got to character level 6. It was a couple hours with the game, not like 10 plus or anything like that, but a couple hours. So definitely enough to give some feedback and thoughts on. Just to let you know, also my experience with this franchise, I'm very well versed in it. I've played it since the original Gears of War 1, every single installment, and I've also played online pretty extensively on all of these. I don't consider myself by any means a pro or even high-level player for multiplayer. I'm kind of like intermediate, but I wanted to let you know this is coming from an experienced player, so think of it through that lens. If you're someone who's new to the franchise and hasn't played a Gears game, your thoughts and your impressions might be a little different than my own. So first, let's kick this off. All of the footage that you're seeing here was captured from my own multiplayer matches that I was playing online, and I played this on the Xbox One X. Now, one thing that's not going to be transferred or conveyed well here is how stunning this game looks on the X. The embedding here doesn't have HDR, it doesn't have 4K resolution, and it's also not running at 60 FPS on my footage here, but this game is gorgeous when played on the X. The fact they got this to look so good at 60 frames a second, huge props to the Coalition, because this thing is a looker. The 60 FPS frame rate felt like it held up extremely well the entire time. Everything is incredibly crisp, and the HDR might be the best implementation I've ever seen. I mean, seriously, it is gorgeous. Really bright highlights, very great darks and shadows. It works, really incredible here, and goes with the art style great. So this is one of the most impressive games, honestly, of this entire generation, in my opinion, in terms of technically. It's wonderful. I wish the footage that I've embedded here would show it off better, but man, the game is a looker. So how does it actually play? This is the tightest, most crisp feeling Gears game I have ever played by a large margin. Now, if you're someone that doesn't like Gears, right, I don't know that there's enough new here that will completely change your mind. That's one thing, is it doesn't feel radically different, but it does feel like improvements just across the board. I'm not sure exactly what all tuning they've done to the weapons, but the Lancers never felt better. The Hammer Burst has never felt better. All down the line, the weapons just feel so good. Movement feels fantastic. It just feels really, really good. So I'm happy to say that they've nailed the gameplay here. The main mode that they're showing off is versus arcade, which lets you play a team, basically deathmatch. But one thing that's kind of fun with it is as you get kills or do things in the match, you also earn these little unlock tokens, and you can choose to unlock different weapons and get better kits as you get more of these, right? You start off with you pick whatever character you want. Their starting loadout varies. They have different guns, different weapons. Some of them feel really good. Some of them feel like a little underpowered. But like I said, as you play through the match, you'll get more of these unlock tokens that you can use to get better and better loadouts for yourself as you go. You can get access to like power weapons, big mulcher guns, all kinds of craziness. So, it's a really fun mode. I think this is clearly meant to not be like the ultra serious ranked competitive mode. This is just for fun. But I had a blast with it. That's why I spent, pretty much all my time playing. And yeah, it's a cool new mode. I could see it getting a lot of play. And yeah, I think that mostly sums up my quick hit thoughts. There's only 2 maps, at least as far as I can see, during the tech test. I'm not sure if I missed something and I just kept getting the same 2 maps, but both maps felt really good. Between the 2 of them, I can't remember the names now. This one is more like a training facility that you're playing in, but I really like the other map. This one's cool. It looks good, but the other one, it's set at night and it really makes the neon highlights with the HDR pop. I cannot stress enough how good the HDR is in this. I'm really excited to see Digital Foundry's breakdown on this one. So yeah, I just wanted to give quick impressions. I didn't want to take a long time here, so my final quick hit thoughts is that this is the best playing Gears game I think I've ever played in my life. The guns, the mechanics, up and down, it just feels so polished already. I'm glad they're doing this because the servers are getting jacked up, but that was kind of the entire point of this tech test. So hopefully they can iron that all out before launch, because in terms of visuals, it's stunning, and in terms of gameplay, the Coalition has completely nailed it. Now, this is just versus, can't speak to how Horde is going to be, or campaign, but I will say, just based off visuals and mechanics, that's 2 really good signs, because Horde and campaign obviously are going to be look similar, though maybe actually even a little bit better, and mechanically they're going to play like this. This is the core tuning of the guns and stuff, so it's very exciting. I hope the Coalition nails the other modes in this game, because if so, I think this could be special. I think this could be possibly the best Gears game ever made. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you liked the video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a bunch. And if you don't follow me already, make sure you do at Benji-Sales. I do a lot of talking about video games in general, but especially, game sales and the business side of the industry. Thanks, everyone, and I will see you in the next video.